know I got you. Let's go. You know I got you. Let's go. We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
Let us begin.
No mercy for you.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Tries to bait him with the projectile. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. Next up, brushes off the throw. Tons of drive and health to work with. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. With the life gap opening up, they need to utilize drive. Ends the round with a drive impact. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round two. Fight.
Checks with the medium kick. Connects with the medium kick. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Oh, what an escape from the corner. Risky up-close scraps still going on. Smart play with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets the knockdown with the throw. Dashes up. Smart move to stay on guard. Player one. Oh, burnout activate. Player two will look to apply pressure here. This can lead to some big damage. Fire Fires off the Shinku Hado. Excellent read. Grounds them from above. Clutch, anti-air. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? But this is gonna hurt. Closes it out. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. Everyone's getting fired up and we're just ready to get started.
Let us begin.
No mercy for you.
Round one. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Great block on that ambiguous cross-up. Track that jump nicely. Shuts down the air approach. Very dangerous range. They can definitely get clipped by something here. What are they thinking here? Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have until their game plan? Gets down. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Not enough life to get away with a mistake. Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Sticks the jump in. Will this super art connect? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Dashes forward. Smart play with this. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 will want to take advantage of the meter lead while they have it. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Medium kick hits. What'll happen here? Not much life difference. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for the side switch. Player going on the offensive? Throws him. A quick breather. Charges up the flat. The super doesn't hit. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Gotta do better than that. Oh my God! Wow! Set and waited for this opener. Player 1 closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
The final round. Who's gonna take this? Shows the medium kick. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. The drive impact doesn't work. Jumps. It connects with the throw. Throw option always good for the damage. Point blank range here. Close range projectile. Next to counter. Dangerous situation here with both able to use drive. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Keeps them out. Jump! Crowns them from above. Connects with the throw. Pulls wall splat into the guard break. What now? Player rotate. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Even the slight invested on the fireball. Player one is a force to be reckoned with. Right here, right now, we're in for something special.
Let us begin.
My pleasure.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Goes for the fireball. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. You have to be careful not to mash your swing too wildly. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Takes a trip. Goes for the super art. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Burnout is triggered. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense.
It's not over.
It's there! Player one draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round two. Fight.
Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. Tomahawk buff. Gets a buff in the meantime. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Buffs up. What'll happen here? Super clutch corner switch. Steals back a chance. Jumps. You gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. What's going to happen here in the later half of this round? We're experiencing burnout. Close range going on the offensive? Point blank range here. Ooh, burnout activate. A real test of nerves here. Below, amazing. Raw super art income, freezing off. Super art. We want to see him spend that cash money. What's Genku Hago closes it out. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. Everyone's getting fired up and we're just ready to get started.
Let us begin. Showtime! Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. They don't score the punish counters, but they still do damage. Try, but not gonna get the throw. Okay, both fighters have taken a step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. The impact gets blocked. Player one with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Projectile to try to change the situation. Sticks the combo. Player 2 chases him down.
My turn.
Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 1 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight.
Right off the bat, there's no hesitation. They start the offensive by charging forward. Charges forward. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Going in? Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no clear leader in the fight. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2, what's this? They were baiting that the whole time? That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Perfect read with the anti-air. Both sides getting ready. Noticeable Life tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. The throw connects. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Switch side. Oh my god, did they just choke it away? They push their way out of the corner. They're taking brushes in. Okay, closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Who will come out on top in this final round? Brushes that off and keeps going. Damn! Oh, you never know what can happen here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Dangerous range here. Throws them. Amazing. From above. Fights back with authority. Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's see some stylish action. Reads the jump in perfect. Courageous rolling attack. Only 50% life left. Connects with the throw. Both sides get. Will his super heart do anything? Yeah! Give them what they came to see. The good stuff. The top shelf stuff. Oh! Dangerous range here. The drive impact just low heavy out of nowhere. Player 1 had to work extra for that one. Plenty of highs and lows in that match. We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
Fight with all your heart!
This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Gets a chance with the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. All right, what takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead opens up. Flies in fist first to keep the pressure on. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Easy take. Both fighters are barely alive. Gotta be careful, delivers the pain right to their doors. It's there! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
There's an overdrive short you. Impact's a no-go. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Chases him into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Pries him open with the Shoryuken. Player 2, his work takes the hit and keeps on trucking. Experiencing burnout. What are they doing? Barely blocks the jump in. Goes for it all, but just misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Goes and clutch, anti-air. In with the cross-up. Player, does the surge. Noticeable life lead is a cross super art. The super connect. Charges up the flat. Excellent read. Cross super art incoming. Roll heavy, both sides, crowns them from above. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. What's this Shinfu Hado gonna do? This can lead to some closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Open meets them out of air. Knocked him out of the air. Flies in fist first to keep him in with the cross-up. Connects with the throw. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is the smart meter management. Buck while they're blinking. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Player 2 and whips. They're wide open. Okay, blows right through the attack with the armor. Jump! Anti-air in the clutch! Medium kick! Nothing stops this train! Back into the charges up the flat! Makes it count with the super art! They change sides! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Dangerous range here. Grabs him! Are you for real? This is it! Come for them with the fake. They are done! Woo! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Fight with all your heart!
This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Almost had it, but it gets blocked. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. Goes for the throw. Gets down. Starts off zoning with the fireball. Fireballs are such good ground game tools, but you gotta be careful they don't get jumped. Tons of drive and health to work with. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Oh no, whiffs the drive impact. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. Knockdown. Player 2 maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. All right, what's coming next? One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Goes for the jump in. KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Jump! The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player two did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Okay, creating some space here. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Throws a projectile. Are you both exchanging numbers or something? Did well to get the buff in there. Feeling out the space. We gotta be careful here, because a full drive gauge can erase what life they have left in a flash. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize the drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Player one takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player one maintaining the corner pressure for some juicy damage. Going in? Player two has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Player one is dominating this round. Don't mind me, drive rush to keep it going. Not much time left. What's the move? There's nuh-uh to the impact. That punch counter creates a chance for some juicy damage here. What are they doing? Tech those. Player two will look to apply pressure here. When the look time runs out with neither fighter able to impose their will.
That was a beautiful fight.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Fires without warning. Player two managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Jumps up. Gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. They both have full drive gauges. Genius play to escape the throw. The back and forth reads are unreal. Sets up with the jump in. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation will be interesting. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Going in, tech those. Takes the hit and keeps on trucking. The pace of the round is more fuel on the fire. Hook him up. Spends all that juice on the super art. Not shy one bit about it.
What's wrong? Get up.
Player two, you can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. So you're just gonna stand there. Close range projectile. Knocked him out of the air. Somehow too slippery to get a handle on. Crowns from above, down and out. You gotta hand it to both our fighters. They put on a real clinic for it. We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
Let us begin. I'll take on all of you. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact's no good, but it's needed to apply pressure and take a bite out of the drive gauge. Player 2 with the life lead. They exploit this advantage. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Okay, both fighters have taken a step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. It may be time for a new game plan. Both fighters reflecting a bit. The impact gets blocked. Block it, but the gap is closed. Which of these fighters are going to get the SA gauge advantage here? What takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super? They're barely hanging in there. Not sure how long this is going to last. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Are you both exchanging numbers or something? Secures the jump in. Great work finding the opening. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Pokes with the medium kick. At the radar, up and running. Checks them with the projectile. The fireball game is so solid right now, their opponent can't get a good read to jump it. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is the smart meter management. A chance for big damage with the punish counter. And already back to the wall. Scrapping it out up close. They're going for the super arc? That's a counter. Going in? There's an overdrive Shoryu. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. Connects with the throw. Low heavy, both sides, cross-up attack. This is you're done. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Decides not to rush in without a plan. Shows the medium kick. Which way you gonna block? Both players look for something to work with, but he finds the target. Player 1 will look to connects with the throw. Throw option, always good for the damage. Keeps him, throws him. The offensive assault just keeps going. Yo, what's next? Oh my God, did they just choke it away? They counters impact with one of their own. So sick. Turning it all the way up with the super. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Knocks them like a pork on New Year's with that decisive finish. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. We got a good match on deck right now, and no one's gonna want to blink once the action gets started.
Let us begin. I'll take on all of you! Round 1. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. Knockdown. Steps in for the throw. We're still early in the round. Still slugging it out here. Checks with the projectile. Both fighters sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be the prime time to let it rip. Knockdown. Gets the counter hit throw. The jump in is denied. All right, what's coming next? Surprises him with the drive rush. So they break forward to pressure KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital. Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. They may be planning to spin their drive gauge here. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Knockdown and tries to do something new and goes for the fireball. The life remaining tells us that we're halfway through this round. What's going to happen here in the later half of this round? The Open baits out the attack and gets the punish count. He will spend some meter here, investing in the round. Yeah! Give them what they came to see! The good stuff! The top shelf stuff! Oh! They're in range. We're gonna see a jump in? A dash? Needs to find a chance to seal the deal. You're done! Player 1 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Beginning operation.
This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. They block it, but the gap is closed. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Drive impact's no good, but it's needed to apply pressure and take the bite out of the drive gauge. Will they hit, whiff, charge in? Tricky territory here. Gets down. Blocks the jump in. Goes for the super art. Spins it on the super art. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Throws them. What's next? Life lead here. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. The grab misses. Blocks the impact. Forcefully closes the gap. Jump! Barely blocks the jump in. Blocking a jump in attack leaves you at a disadvantage, so it's better to try an anti-air instead. They were baiting that the whole time? What are they doing? Player 2 will experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Goes for the jump in. What'll happen here? Just goes for it at this range. Uses the gauge for the super art. They want to show they're not playing around.
Locked on.
Using a super art can open up huge chance. This is gonna hurt. Bites out from the corner, back to the center of the stage. Throw tech. Tennis fight. Oh, uncooked raw scoop closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Who's gonna steal this win? Smart move to stay on guard. Reads the throw and escapes. Wow, they are reading each other so well. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is the smart meter management. Nothing stops this train! Player 1 crowns them from above. What are they gonna do? Impact squash! Uses the impact to shave off some of the drive gauge. Jump! A rectangle cannon spike! Some speed tech though! It just bets it all on the drive rush! This is gonna hurt. Both sides getting ready. They're in range, counters impact with one of their own. So sick! These fighters are putting the cherry on top. Oh, this super art could change the makeup of this match.
What's wrong? Get up!
Keeps them out. A jump? The drive impact doesn't work. Dangerous range here. They gotta dig down deep here. Are you for real? Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Both of them back off. They may be prepping for a final exchange. You're done. We're through. Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
Let us begin.
Prepare.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Ooh, hold on. There's a punish count. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Holds out with the block. Very solid corner switch. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. That's the jump in they were scouting. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't fail. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Instant jumping. All right, who's gonna swing first? Impact shut out. You can block impact, but it's still going to cause you some drive gauge. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Takes them all the way, brushes that off, and keeps going. Jump! Opens them up with the throw. Throw option, always good for the damage. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. You have to work Manustore into your game plan for the long game. Finds the target. Ooh, burnout activated. Player 2 needs to watch their life. Good heads-up decision. You're done! Player 1 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Let us begin.
Prepare.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Goes for an overhead. Anything that happens early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage quickly. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Steps back to start things off. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Forcefully closes the gap. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Fights back out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Reads them. Going in. Fires off the Kenku Hadouken. Player 2 is in a brick holds in with the arabesque. Gets the jump in. Gets the throw and puts sliding in. Medium kick. What now? The spacing is so on point right now. Any mistake here will be big. Throws a fireball. Needs a solid anti-air. Drop block, there's a burnout. Player 2 can't afford this. Blow heavy. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Puts the brakes on the impact. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What? There's a drive impact. You're done. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Test the waters with a fireball. Drive impact misses. Handle with care. Can't drop drive impact. Closes in. What are they gonna do? Oh my God! Did they just choke him away? Still alive? Still alive! Still in it by a fingernail! This is the time to believe in your ability. Fights back with over in a flag. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table.
This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
The fight just started. This is Tasty Steve on commentary. This is a tough spot to try and throw. Fights out of the corner, but not able to relax just yet.
That with you I am on my game.
Deals some sick damage there in exchange. Will this super art connect? Knockdown. Player 2 hits the super and changes the tide of this fight. I'd like to see them use this drive disparity to shift the tide of the fight to their side. All right, what's coming next? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Life lead here, but it's still anyone's game. Taking stock. Next hit will end the round. Feeling out the space. Somehow pushes back AO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Gets the jump in. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Jumps in. gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 planting trees and people with the power driver. What'll happen here? Finds the target. They decide to take a breather to regroup. They butterfinger. What a smart throw! Needs to find finishes with the anti-air. Player 2 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. Everyone's getting fired up and we're just ready to get started.
Show me everything you have! This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. The throw connects for counter hit damage. They're at risk of dangerous pressure. Gotta avoid this corner. Good job here giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Got their eye on the air. Neither of them willing to give up ground here. Not shy with the grab. With the life gap opening, takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Knockdown. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Reads them. Will this super art connect? Planting trees and people with the power driver. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Both comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Opts to create space to start. All right, who's gonna swing first? The jump in is denied. It's a normal hit from the drive impact. That still counts. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. What'll happen here? Big throw. Looking for a chance. Player 2 is flawless. They got them so quick. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight!
Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Medium kick hits. Barely blocks the jump in. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Test the waters with a fireball. Headbutt. What a smart throw! Woo! Nothing but air. With super overhead denied. Expect to see some fancy stuff as we're near the end of the round. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Spends all that juice on the super art, not shy one bit about it. What are they going to do? Drive impact misses! This is the time to believe in your ability. What now? He's too slippery to get a handle on. A real test of nerves here. Quick medium poke. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Player 1 can't. Take it for a ride. Oh, down. This hit. Are you for real? Player 2 was the only one left standing after that. That's what I like to see. Talk that. Both fighters are ready to get started. I can't wait to see what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves.
Beginning operation.
This will be a good fight. Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact's no good, but it's needed to apply pressure and take a bite out of the drive game. Goes for the throw. Downs him. Player one has the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? Very dangerous range. It can definitely get clipped by something. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. The jump in is denied. Holds out with the block. Throws to get around their defense. Easy tech. Checks them with the projectile. Who'll use their drive first? Trying to read each other here. Oh. There's the drive impact. That's gonna lead KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Jump! All right, who's gonna swing first? Medium kick hits. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Gotta be careful not to whiff this range. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. What's this? Oh, this is gonna be bad news. No question, this super art is definitely going to kill. Making no prick. Player two gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W to that column. These two have more beef than a barbecue in Texas. Let's see them duke it out.
The top player is here.
This will be a good fight. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Both looking for an opening. They want to get in and do damage. The combo's there. What's going to follow the combo? Got their eye on the air. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. From up above. Sticks the jump in. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player one chases him down. Checks him with the projectile. The timing was on point with that parry. KO! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Instant jumping. Throw escape. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? That drive impact doesn't get through. You can block impact, but it's still going to cause you some drive gain. Dash forward. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. No thank you. What are they doing? Looking for it, pries him open with the Shoryuken. Feeding the devil inside. Connect adds some damage and flair with the super. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call, and it's just enough. Solid read on the bar. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.